What's going on, everybody? Thanks for watching On The Stack. We are doing another deck tech. I'm here with my friend Victor. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going alright, bro. What deck are you showcasing today?
I'm going to be showcasing Zacama Primal Calamity, the Naya dinosaur that came out in Rivals of Ixalan.
This is a really cool dino. When I first saw it, I wasn't too jacked about it because the mana cost, whatever. But then he pointed out, he's like, oh, this is technically a food chain possible commander. And I was like, really? And he explained it to me how it works. If you have certain cards, which I'll let him explain. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically he's essentially a Palicron, I believe, you know, the blue illusion that comes into play and untaps a bunch of lands. Well, he untaps all your lands, even though you have to actually cast it, but that's not a problem in green, because green you get a bunch of mana. So with that, you would have as many mana positive lands, which you have Gaia's Cradle, and then you have other lands that produce more than one mana, so like Nithgos, well, not Nithgos, but I have just Gaia's Cradle for the moment. That's the one that essentially powers up my guy to come out faster.
Also, the food chain combo doesn't necessarily work with just him. You need to use the Eternal Scourge to make the infinite mana to cast him infinitely.
Yes, because the thing is, you can do Zacama depending on how many lands you have a certain amount of time before the tax gets too high. But preferably you want to do Eternal Scourge and Food Chain. But the big problem behind that combo is that you can only cast creature spells. But if you just keep casting Eternal Scourge over and over again, you have infinite creature mana, and then you can give your commander, you could cast them an infinite amount of times, and that way you could filter your mana to use other stuff. Gotcha. Which I have other combos to, you know, to do that stuff. Yeah,
so the infinite creature mana to cast him infinitely, and then him untapping your lands gives you other mana to do other things. Okay. So you make the infinite mana, and then what do you usually finish them off with? Once you got the food chain combo going, you have infinite mana, Zacama's entered a bunch of times, what do you usually kill people with?
Well, you know, if there's a lot of like problematic enchantments or just, you know, anything that's giving me a problem, I have pretty much all her 3 modes, or his 3 modes are useful. Deal 3 damage to blow up every creature that's on the battlefield, blow up all artifacts and enchantments, or if I want to, like if there's nothing I can do at the moment, just gain infinite life. But the 2 main modes that I have is Ether Swarm Reservoir, so you don't even need Zacama at that point. Ether Flux Reservoir. With that one, you just need Food Chain and Eternal Scourge. You keep casting the same spell over and over again, then you blast everybody for 50.
So you don't even need to cast a general at that point.
So, but at that point, you know, that you can, if you don't have that, then you can have other means of blowing up stuff with Zacama. Then I also have another land called Sheevan Gorge, which is deal 1 damage to target opponent. Since he's going to be untapping your lands, that's another way of killing people as well. And lands are a little bit harder to kill than, you know, than artifacts and enchantments and other things like that.
And you also have Perfors, which also works technically like Aether Flux.
Yeah, it also works like another...
If you don't have Aether Flux, you can just keep casting him.
Yes, it's another form of just keep casting the guys over and over again. Then, like, I have infinite mana at that point, so I could pump my entire team with Porphyros, you know, get them all huge and then kill somebody that way as well with my little Mana Dorks, which I have a bunch of Mana Dorks in this deck.
That's pretty cool, man. I also see you have the Timber Sabretooth. I'm guessing that also works. Like, if you don't get to Food Chain, or if Food Chain gets hated, you can kind of just bounce him with, like, a Gaia's Cradle, so you have positive mana always going on.
Yeah, if I get hated out crazy, I lose my Food Chain, I lose my Rift Sweeper, like, every possible means of getting back my Food Chain and Eternal Scourge combo, I can hopefully reach a certain amount of lands, so I can keep bouncing back Zacama over and over again with Timber Sabretooth, and try to kill somebody with other means if I get, you know, destroyed that bad.
Okay. So we went over the combo and your fallback combo. What are some cards you use to get around certain problems?
Well, for certain problems, I have Vexing Shusher, which makes my stuff uncounterable, and he's also uncounterable as well. I have, you know, to get more card draw, I have Wheel of Fortune, I have Reforge the Soul to get my hand more, because this deck plays a lot of dorks, so you'll probably be dropping most of your hand in dorks, so you want to refill your hand as quickly as possible in order to find your other decks and stuff. Well, your other cards in the deck.
Okay. What type of cards or what type of combos give this deck the most trouble?
Probably, maybe Stacks decks would probably give me hard problems, like lands, like a Root Maze. Well, Root Maze might be a little bit bad because it does slow me down. If they... Probably maybe even mill decks, because my deck is pretty fragile. It needs Food Chain and Eternal Scourge to, you know, immediately kill somebody. Aside from that, like, I just have Mana Dorks to try to, like, get Zacama quickly as possible, but then if I have Zacama with only like 5 lands, I just untap 5 lands.
Yeah, to win the fastest.
To win the fastest, I need Eternal
Scourge. Food Chain.
Yeah, so
to win the fastest.
Decks that can like pinpoint on like getting rid of my key condition, those are the ones that give me the most problems.
I mean, you have cool thing you have here, you have Risk Sweeper, which I've seen play to success in like Prosh decks.
Yeah.
Which is a very good card because if they do hate on your food chain with an exile spell,
Yeah.
you can always fetch it back with Risk Sweeper, which is cool.
Yeah, the more competitive you go to tables, they're going to be running more exile effects because you're going to have Porphyros, which is indestructible, so a simple natural light's not going to do it, so they're going to run like exile target artifact, exile target enchantment, or exile, well, Fraternal Scourge doesn't matter, but food chain, if
like
that
anguish on making.
Anguish on making is just like, you know, you're kind of screwed at that point, so like, oh, I'm out of the game entirely? No, I have Rift Sweeper, which green has a million ways of searching for creatures. Green Sun Zenith, Worldly Tutor. If it comes to it, I'll Eldritch Evolution for one to like get back my, you know, my enchantment. And then I also have other enchantment search cards to get back my food chain.
Cool, man. Well, this is my homeboy Victor. This is his Dino deck. What's your name again?
Zacama Primal Calamity.
Zacama Primal Command.
Primal Calamity.
I said it wrong. Primal Calamity.
Calamity.
Thank you for coming on, bro. Thank you for showing us the deck.
Thank you, man.
We appreciate it. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Pussy and Chain Wax. Peace.
Later, guys.